Gemini, 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 finally it has happened to me. Finally this thing has happened. Stephen King, or finally something is about to happen. Big is what they're saying, Gemini. Or something that you're waiting to arrive is just about to come on. But I'm also hearing arrival as well. Now, an arrival of something, this is either a message or something that you've been waiting to be delivered. Okay, it can be a thing, an object, or a message, or anything like that, but it's being delivered. Finally is what they're saying. So, thank God, Gemini. Something to do with God or Steve Vai or something like that. Hello, Gemini, you're right. So this is your channeled stuff. This is not a tarot reading. This is me just channeling some stuff for you and seeing what you got coming up for July. And then your tarot reading will be towards the end. Okay, but if you've not seen the channel before, this section is called Not a Tarot Reading, and it's me just channeling some messages for you. But I'll tell you as we go along. Because you've got quite a lot arriving, is what they're saying. But you've also got a rival as well. So you've got competition here. But if you are a Gemini, don't forget that if you haven't seen this channel before, there are plenty of videos that are stated below that tell you how I read in numerology. So you can also watch this as a Gemini / Capricorn, okay? Because it relates to 6. So you've kind of got this arrival, and it's arriving and arriving and it's arriving, and it's kind of like this anticipation of something that is about to happen, and it's been built up and it's been built up and it's been built up, and finally we can now start to build. So some of you, because you're looking at the tower, so it's kind of like this breakthrough kind of energy is what I'm getting for a start for you, is that if you're like looking to like renovate or build or something like that, finally you get the go ahead. If you've been looking for a job or something like that, finally you get you get the job. They're saying you get the job. Finally you get to go to work. Finally, if you've been waiting for something like my finals and my test and stuff like that, and you've had a test of some sort, whether it be like a CPAP or a sleep apnea test or a written test or something like that, or a driving test, or if you've got kids and they're going for a test, whatever it is, it's passed. It's the saying that you pass with flying colours. Private flight, you're right. Or like, I don't know, some of you, are you taking a flying course, and you're like either a driving course or a flying test or something like that, and you can fly. But they are saying that you pass with flying colours. Okay, so I think this could be you or your son or daughter or siblings in some way, and they're taking a test and finally it starts to happen. Finally somebody gets some news. Now I don't know whether this is, like I said, it's to do with like I don't think pregnancy, but I don't know what it is that you're waiting for, but it really does seem like that there's this like accumulation of like really waiting for something to happen, but like it's like retrograde, it's just gone direct, and then suddenly bam, a light bulb hits, and then everything starts to churn in and starts to really happen. Like people start getting jobs, definitely around like Gemini / Capricorn, but like they start getting jobs, all the things that they've been waiting for to arrive starts to arrive. I don't know, it's a bit like your phone, for instance, like someone unblocks their phone and suddenly there's like 10,000 messages that come through, or like something that you've been really waiting on and suddenly people just flood in. Like, I don't know, I'm picking up like floodgates, so I don't know, there could be a pregnancy thing here, and then finally you get news that someone has had their baby, and then like the floodgates are open, right? But like I'm also picking up like a barge as well, like the floodgate opens and the water comes crashing in. So I don't know what that's for, but it could be around a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces for a lot of you. But I'm definitely hearing like something opens, like a shop door or something, and you've been waiting in order to be able to open this shop, and then finally all these customers come in. Okay, so I'm hearing like custom based things. I'm also hearing customs, something in customs. So a lot of you, like I said, you're probably going like abroad or something like that, but you have to go through customs. So you must really be going on a flight somewhere, like and you have to go over, stay over, you have to go through customs check, all that kind of stuff, and then okay, so I'm hearing also check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. So like a check, like your check finally comes at the end of the month, or you're going to Czech Republic or something like that. Okay, a check up also, if you've been going to doctors, things like this, the same check up. Well, you're getting a lot of messages very quick. Hopefully I'm not speaking too fast for you, Gemini, but they're here. Okay, so like check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2, check 1 2. So like 2 checks. So you could be dealing with a Libra in certain ways, or a number 2. If you haven't followed the channel for a while, don't forget you can add your life path up, their life path up, come to a number, look for the major arcana. The video does state, shows you all about that below, okay? But finally, something really does start to pick up for you. Some of you have been waiting on a check, okay, and that comes through, okay, and it doesn't bounce, it pretty much stays, okay? Somebody comes over that you've been wanting them to come over, they come over and they stay. Or you go on holiday with this person and finally you get to have like some time off and a break during July, okay? And you get to go out and do things that you really want to do and go on holiday, or it doesn't have to be a flight, but it can be going out on, like, I'm also picking up flight plan for some reason. This must be private flight, but like a flight plan or something like that. Some of you might be looking into insurances because I also heard flight risk. Okay, that would be me not being able to ever really get a life insurance because of sleep apnea and also high cholesterol and loads of different things. But I would never really be able to get a mortgage and stuff like that because of my age, because of all my illnesses and stuff like that I have. So I'd never really be able to get like that. But I don't know what this is for you of a flight risk. They're saying flight risk. So you could be dealing with like a 7, okay, a Cancerian, but a number 7. But look out, also I'm going to have to state for people, sorry for everybody that's followed me for a while, but for people that have just found it, you know, look out for paradoxes as well, because when I say that I read numbers, that's also your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node. Okay, so that number can be anywhere where you can watch that number of, like, you know, 6 or whatever. Okay, but Trevor, I'm also hearing Trevor, whatever Trevor, whatever Trevor, whatever Trevor. Okay, so somebody called Trevor, okay. I'm also, okay, let's go back to the beginning. There is something here that you've been like, it's kind of like retrograde has suddenly gone direct and then Gemini suddenly started to win everything, or slash Capricorn. Some of you could be going to, like I said, court, and you've been really waiting for this court date, and you've been really waiting for some news to get of a person, and suddenly that starts to really happen. But I can't really tell you what the conclusion is going to be of that, but it's like this anticipation of waiting for it to happen, then finally you get some news. But within this energy of what I'm picking up, like Gemini slash Capricorn, is like good news. You see, I've got this good news, bad news, and it's relating to a Libra. So I can't tell you that if you're waiting on any kind of like news around court, I can't channel what that's going to be for you, because I'm hearing good news, bad news. And if there's a paradox of anybody having the same kind of placement, I'm going to pick up that signal of good news, bad news, good news, bad news, because someone would win, someone would lose. So I really can't tell you there who's going to win. Okay, but there's definitely like this competition, put it that way, like this competition, this competing energy, okay, competing. So you might have something to do with the Taurian energy of 5, which would mean Sagittarius Taurus, because I was picking up training day through that. So a lot of that might be where you're taking a course in something, and you are training up in, like, say if you've got someone with you and you work with them and you're training them up, you start training them up. Okay, so say if you work at a shop and blah blah blah, and you want an assistant PA or a TA or something like that, and they come in, you start training them up. Okay, so that could be there somewhere. Okay, so you could be dealing with like a 5, which would be Sagittarius slash Taurus. Okay, or Taurus slash Sagittarius. Some of you could be waiting on some kind of like music thing that you have going on, and you're waiting for like a guitar to turn up, because I'm picking up like Axl Rose. Okay, so the name Rose, Rosie, okay, or like Rosie, Jim, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jasmine, but Jim, I'm hearing Jim Bowen. Oh, come on over here. Someone's from up north. You might be going up north. You could be going like I said, hiking or something. You could be dealing with Virgo. I got my Karmic. But like you're going hiking, or you're going somewhere like where there's tranquil like trees, and like going out up north, and like I mean here, I don't know if any of you are from Britain, okay, because I do have quite a few Brits on here as well. Ugh. But like people, you know, when you are where I am, if you go up north, there's like loads of trees, there's like valleys, there's like places to walk, bike, hike, all that kind of thing. So if that is wherever you are, it feels like that is a possibility that you can. I mean, me, for instance, yesterday I went to the River Nene. Okay, it's a place. It's a river, huge one. It's called the River Nene. Okay, and it's a huge river that runs through loads of different places. But the specific part that we went to, it was great, man. There was willow trees that were all alongside of this river, and it's huge. And there is so many like wildlife, like geese, ducks, pigeons, birds. What do you call it? I don't know. But like there was loads of kind of stuff like that, man, and it was so tranquil. So something like that you could be doing. I'm also hearing tranquilizer, also Elijah, or Elijah or Elijah. There's two. Okay, but like tranquil, like so I don't know if you're like looking into anything like CPAP or anything like that, but like something that's very tranquil. Okay, but I'm also hearing like something to do with tranquilizer, so it might have something to do around sleep or something like that, or you might just be very interested in how I'm going with mine. Okay, but like something to do with that, but that'd be Elijah's mum. She's Capricorn / Gemini, but like yeah, something to do with sleeping and stuff like that. Something that's very tranquil also. But because I keep hearing tranquilizer, so I don't know if any of you are like going under on anything of like an operation, or you're going down under, which means that you could be going over to Australia, or you live in Australia. But I'm hearing something going down under also. Okay, so what's that? Underground, overground, Wimbledon. Someone from London and around Wimbledon. Divine living in the UK / Capricorn. You're right, divine living in the UK. So there is UK people here representing. But like, so you got that. But the main thing that I really want to stick to, the messages. Sometimes if I'm very bitter, you have to wait, because I have to wait for them to all come through. That's why you see me constantly talking. Okay, but they keep saying that this thing is building up momentum. It's building subscribers, hopefully. But like, it's building subscribers, it's building momentum. It's kind of like it's coming and it's coming and it's coming. And it's like this, I'm really waiting for this training day, or I'm really waiting for this specific news about something. And then when I get it, bam, it all starts to work. Everything starts to happen. It's a little bit like retrograde is kind of like suddenly gone direct, and then, well, definitely in this reading, all the work and all the effort that I've put in towards something, does it suddenly start to grow? So it's kind of like that, like you've been watching or waiting for something to happen, and then suddenly, like, life has loads of meaning to me, like, so it has meaning. So you've got that. But what I do want to go back to slightly is, before I started this part here, is that I was hearing, I've got my eye on you. Okay, so this is where the milk's going to start to suddenly go sour a little bit around a number of 8, which could be a Leo, and it could also be / Aquarian, but you've got paradox energies here. And this is where this bit is going to get slightly confusing, because your soul group people, I feel, have got a lot of placements of around 8, okay, which is like Leo / Aquarius, Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, okay. And there's this paradox here of like, I've got my eye on you, young man, is what I'm hearing. So you've got like this mother energy here of someone that constantly keeps an eye on their child. Now, this child could be a young child, or they could be a grown-ass adult, but there's a lot of, I'm keeping my eye on you. Now, I don't know whether this is disturbing for some of you, or whether it's actually okay, but I'm hearing, I've got my eye on the tiger, okay? So there might be tiger's eye, or something to do with crystal. You all right, crystal? But there might be something to do around crystals that you've got going on, or something like that. Okay, or like, I've got my eye on you, young man, because there's this energy of what I'm picking up that I can't work out whether that be good or bad. And I'm picking up that it's around a Libra or a number 2 that adds up to a number 2 life path, or you have to watch the videos. Okay, but like a number 2. And it's kind of like, I've got my eye on you, young man, in order to see what you're doing. Okay, so because I heard young man, I'm hearing that this is a mum that constantly keeps an eye, or a sibling, grandma, or whoever, but they keep an eye on someone constantly, because all I can hear is, I've got my eye on you, young man, okay? But they're also got their eye on another person, which means that they've got their eye on a Leo or an Aquarian, which means that this could be a mother, for instance, that has got their eye, and they're having because I'm picking up like a third party, if I'm honest, Gemini, but I don't think that it's all fully you guys that are involved in like a metaphysical, physical, like actual cheating and like third party. I'm picking up that one of these people, like a mother or someone, has a paradox energy of the same placement, which means that I've got my eye on you, young man, and I am like a Gemini, and I've got my eye on my son or my daughter, which means like a Leo or an Aquarian, 8. But then this Gemini here also has their eye on another person, which is like a Leo / Aquarius. And this is where it's going to take a lot of dissecting in order for me to try and like explain it to you. So I hope you guys understand, because I'm hearing a trine energy of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So why I do this numerology reading, and hopefully try to educate you a little bit into this kind of stuff, is because this is where you will find your paradox energies, because I try to pinpoint where energy comes from in order to be able to give you the most amount of information for you to be able to work it out of what to watch. Okay, so like I said, that reading is very important to find these numbers, okay, because the major arcana card is what you want to look out for, okay. So it's kind of like this energy of Gemini here, okay, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and this could be a mother, okay, and this person keeps an eye on you, young man, but this could also be a sibling, a child, right, and I've got my eye on you, young man, okay. So there's here where, because this person's also, I'm hearing young, well, I know a person called Adam Young, so I always relate that to Gemini, okay, so yeah, sorry, Adam, because it would be Adam and Eve. Don't worry about my channel stuff, unless you're called Adam, okay. But like, I've got my eye on you, Adam, okay. So there is something here, or Eve, the name Eve, or Evie, or Stevie, or Steve, or something like that, or me. But somebody's got their eye on this person. You're right. But like, sorry. But like, I've got my eye on you, young man. Okay, so this could be a mother that constantly has their eye on someone like me that makes me feel extremely fucking weird and nervous, because don't worry about my karma. Trust me. But like, I'm also hearing don't worry about angelic either, or something like that. Don't worry about that, or something. I don't know what that's for. But like, don't worry here. Okay, so they're saying that I've got my eye on you, young man, but I've also got my eye on someone else, and this is where this paradox is coming from. Okay, because this could be a Gemini person that has their eye on two people, but this person here, don't worry about it being a third party unless it is, and you know. But this could be where this paradox is coming through of this person having their eye on quite a few people. Okay, so this could be a mother that tries to keep their eye on different children that they have. They could, okay, Gemini, buckle your seatbelt, bruv. They're saying that this specific Gemini has their eye on quite a few people. Okay, now however, Trevor, or however that is coming up for you, y'all do what you fucking like, y'all old enough. Yeah. But I'm hearing that I'm a Gemini and I have my eye on quite a few people, right? So, ooh, y'all have your cake and eat it there, right? So you might be on a diet or something like that, but I've got my eye on quite a few things, right? Now, one of those is me, okay? One of those is me. So, because I have a Gemini moon, so this gets very difficult for me. So you're looking at Gemini / Capricorn, okay? But I've got my eye on you, young man. So I'm picking up, though, that for some of you, this is just a mother. This is a mother that keeps their eye on everybody and everything. This is where I'm sick to death of explaining my own karma, so I'm just going to leave myself out of it, okay? But like, I'm going to keep my eye on you, young man, constantly, and make you feel uneasy about approaching you, because you've got a narcissist here, for some, okay, for some. It might even be around the name Some, or Some Young Guy, or something like that, okay? But like, for, okay, so you're looking at Scorpio / Aries person, possible, involved. Okay, but I've got my eye on you, young man. Okay, and then I've also got my eye on someone else, which means that if this is a mother, and this is not weird in any way of a third party kind of situation maybe, there's someone that has their eye on another person, which means that this could be a Gemini person here, mother, but they have an eye on like a Leo / Aquarian person, which would come up as an 8. This person here also has their eye on their children, right? But this person's doing too much. They're making people feel very nervous because they've got their eye on people. Okay, so, well, it would be channeling it, trust me, it would be channeling it, so it must be making someone feel very uncomfortable of this person having their eye on quite a few people. Okay, so I don't know how that is related to you, so there's a paradox kind of energy of breaking down what that means to me channeling it. Whatever that means to you is down to your own stuff there, okay, your own karma. So that's that bit for you that you've got coming up through July. People keeping their eye on people, making them feel extremely nervous, Tyrone. Okay, because it feels like pressure. Like I've got my eye on you and I'm going to pressure you into a decision, which is where this is coming up around a number 2, around a Libra-ish energy, around a fish, which is around a Pisces. So this number 2, Pisces, but this number 2 has either a replacement of this somewhere that adds up to a 2, is either a Libra, but they have their eye on a Piscean, okay, on a Piscean, okay. So that would be my mother doing very weird stuff around me, okay. Not like that, but just like karma, right? But something like that. But people have got their eye on something. So let's get out of that weird shit, because that's just like strange stuff that I can't quite give you a direct message there. But the bits that to look forward to here, Gemini, is that you've got a lot going on, right? You've got a lot going on. But trust me, this person that's keeping their eye on a lot of people, I mean, is this surveillance? Something, this came up, what on earth is this? Is this a band or like a like a film or something and surveillance, and I kind of get it and then I kind of forget it, like love, war and surveillance, or something and surveillance is what I'm picking up. Okay, so I don't know what that is, whether that's a film or something, I just can't quite remember, but something and surveillance is what I'm hearing. Okay, so what is that? Something and surveillance, I don't know. So please let me know in the comment section if you know what this is. It a film reference or something? Because just as I'm about to get it, I kind of don't get it, but I get the surveillance bit. So it's called something. Is it a title of something? Like I've got a title of something that's surveillance or surveillance. Okay, let's come off that. But so I don't know what that is. It came up in another reading and it started to like I don't know what that is. But there's this energy here of what I'm getting around like surveillance officer. Okay, surveillance officer of someone where it is like an officer and a gentleman. So like Richard. Okay, the name Richard. Or Gear, okay, but I very much doubt a person's called Gear, unless they're on drugs, right? But like Richard, okay, so I'm definitely picking up Richard, Rachel, Richard, Ricky, but Lars, no, or like Laura, okay, but like R, anybody that has R in their name, okay, yeah, but like law and order, so something to do with around possibly having to go to court for a lot of you, okay, but getting news of that either way, okay. Call to jury service, but I'm picking up like valeting services, car, having your car valeted, serviced, okay, so your car might be called in to have a service, and that's every few years or whatever, but it gets called in to go to a service, is what I'm hearing. So you might have to have your car valeted, that's not a service. So have it like oil checked, all of these kind of things around your car. So you might be saving up or getting money and you have to go and do that. Okay, that's that one. But there is a service here of like someone in the services, which means like they either was or something to do around war, like in the services, like in the union, they're saying like it was in the union, but in the services, like I don't know whether this was Marines or the name Marina, okay, or Melanie, Mel, anybody beginning with M or Emily or Emma, but Mel, okay, I'm definitely hearing like Mel, but I'm definitely keeping up like this in the services, okay, in the services. Okay, wow, man, I'm getting some messages for you. Hold on. Cervical cancer. Okay, that came up for another reading. Oh, wow, I'm really getting... So I don't know what this is that's cervical around somebody. Okay, I hate bringing up these messages, but these are really only for people... So is this like a smear test that a lot of people have got? Hopefully it's not a smear campaign. But like a smear test, or like a cervical, something that's in the cervix. They keep saying cervic. So that's a woman thing, right? So I'm sorry for my ignorance, but I don't understand that. But I keep hearing it all the same, like cervic or cervical or server. Someone that does food and serves. But like service. Like this person like is a Call of Duty. But like service, like was in the Marines or something like that, or they're called Marina, but like in the services and in the war or something like that is what I'm picking up. Now, some of this is coming through as somebody that like is working for like a tag, like in the services, like, so it's not really the services, but it's in like the prison guard type, sort of Queen's Guard. This would be the Queen anyway, because Prince Philip was a 6 Gemini / Capricorn 6, so I'd always pick up Queen energies here. So you could be in a same-sex relationship for a lot of people, okay, but I'm picking up like somebody that's like on bond, on bail, or but a person that does that is like a bail officer, okay. I'm also picking up a bailesque dancer for some reason, okay, like bailesque. Or Bailey, the name Bailey, or Bailiff, or B, okay, Beyonce, fiance, B. Anybody that has B in their name, B. Hopefully they haven't got a B in their bonnet, okay. So it might be a B that has to have something in their bonnet, which means something to do with their car. So anybody that has the name B, okay, or Abby, okay, but like has to have something done with their car because it's in their bonnet. Okay, bonnet. I'm also hearing Bonnie or Bryony, briny or bonnet or check out the big brains on Brad. But like briny, brines. Go up there with the brines. Brian, the name Brian. So for the life of Brian, somebody could be Jewish here. But like Brian, Brian, check out the brains on Brian. Okay, but like, yeah, something to do with that around B. Okay, but spelling bee, Melanie, or spelling bee, Bellamy, David Bellamy. Ooh, the undergrowth, David Bellamy. So you might be doing something around like birds, this kind of thing. Birds. I mean, my spirit animal is a bird. That's why I loved all the thing about like swan, geese, like, you know, birds. But I'm hearing like jailbirds. Right, this is something to do around prison guarding and like the Queen's Gambit, or the prison guard, or something like that, and like London, like in London, and like the Queen's courtyard, like a courtyard or something, or like they're either in prison and you go to visit and stuff like that, or like somebody that does all of this tag and they work within the prison system, like a screw was what we call them over here, but like a screw, or that kind of thing. Right. So what that message is there for, I don't know, but I'm picking up like somebody's. So okay, Mandy, this could be you, Mandy, right? Because I'm picking up that someone's been studying, because this paper is what I'm hearing, like been waiting on their final. Oh, okay, so someone's been waiting on their finals. Okay, finals, because I think I did flick on that right at the beginning around finals. Like I've gone through like taking a test and all of this kind of thing and waiting for a test results, but that might be physical and mental, but there might be like a test that someone's been doing for quite some time, and they've been studying and they've took a test and they're waiting for their results, where they're saying that's going to be very good. They're going to say, because they're telling me that your test results are going to come back positive. That's what they're saying. So if this is blood work or anything like that, it's coming. Oh, okay. Fuck, what is that? Okay, I don't want to get that mixed up with like blood work, because getting something back that's positive is really not good news, right? So don't get me mixed with that, because I don't know what that is. But I'm hearing like good results, right? Getting good results. Okay. So basically in a term of endearment of like getting good results, meaning positive, it comes through and it's positive, right? But not like it comes through where it's like I've been told that I'm positive or something, right? I don't know if anybody's waiting on any blood work or blood results here, and I don't know what that's for, but I think that you are waiting on some kind of obviously good news, right? But I just can't tell you there, because I would get on positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative. And that's why you've got this Libra energy here, this positive, negative, always looking for the negative, or the relative, like a negative relative, a negative Nelly. Okay, so some of you have got like a very negative relative, like one of your relatives, they always are, they're extremely negative. All of the time do they look for not the positive of life, they always look for the negatives. Okay, so everything that you do and everything that you say is constantly wrong. And this is relating with that 2 energy somewhere. Okay, so you can watch, for instance, you can watch a Libra reading, okay, and this may come up in that, because I'm picking up 2, and this person does not have to be a Libra. They can be this 2 energy, okay. Some people ask, Steve, can you do the life path? I do them all the time. They're just not called life path, okay. See, you know, you really got to get to grips with me doing these new numerology stuff, because it still relates to the same thing, okay. Life path reading basically is a number, okay, and it just adds up to 1. So when I'm doing Gemini, like I said, Gemini / Capricorn, okay, so you can watch this as a life path 6, okay, so, but I'm looking at a different way now, okay, but that kind of thing. So as I'm saying, like me, I struggle with that a lot, because like when I do each video, everybody that may find this, I have to try and get them to how I work, okay. It's difficult sometimes, so I have to kind of forget about the new people a lot. But whatever it is, it's coming in, it's coming in, it's good news, it's positive, it comes in, you've been waiting on a paper, you've been waiting on a grade, you've been waiting on a retrograde to finish, but it has, and now everything starts to happen, everything starts to work. You start to work more efficiently, so you could be dealing with the Pisces, but it starts to work more efficiently, everything starts churning in, going over, blah, 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 so on and so forth. You've got energies of things arriving. If you've been waiting for news, or if you've been waiting for things, or even if you've been waiting for Stranger Things to come out, suddenly they'd probably come out this month, okay? But you've been waiting for something to come out, like a game that you play, or like a film that you watch, or you've been just waiting for something to really come out, and it does, okay? Now this could also be someone in a same-sex relationship, okay? And somebody who's like been really waiting for someone to just tell them something, and suddenly they do, okay? Suddenly they do, okay? So good for you, okay? But like suddenly somebody's been waiting for someone to say something, and finally they do. Because it feels like this block is suddenly gone, right? So if anybody blocks anybody, it's kind of like somebody unblocks someone, and suddenly they get like loads of messages that all flood through, and they're like, oh shit, like what, and all this is just all like arrived in. Suddenly like my phone's gone bling, 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 and my numbers start like all going up, and it's like, where on earth did everybody just come from? Like, this is where somebody's pretty much said, Steve, I love Steve's channel, and we're just about to give him a shout out, and then Steve suddenly gets like loads of subscribers, and I can help everybody. Yeah. But like that kind of thing, right? Like something happens, it's like, okay, boff, there you go, like full numbers all like duplicate and multiply, and then like, and everything like goes off. Is really what I'm hearing for you, okay? So good for you, Gemini, brilliant, or Capricorn, right? But good for you. Okay, I'm also bringing up good win. Like someone has a good win, like a good windfall. Suddenly, I mean, what, have you been gambling or something? And like suddenly, this could like be Bitcoin or anything like that, and suddenly like, all of a sudden like, ping, it's like my check just went from like duplicated. Like I got one check, but I got two checks, or I got three checks, or like something like that, or someone's checking me out, or something like that, or check me out, dun, dun, meow, something to do with around a pussy. It's like Leo. But like, check me out, 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 check me out. I have checked you out. So someone's like, hey, how you doing? Check me out. Check me out. It's around a Leo. It's like, check me out. Check me out. Is this person like French or something? It's like, check me out. Bonjour, crochet. Oh, here, oui, oui, bonjour, bonjour. So you could be going to France. I would love to go to France. Ain't that far from me, actually. But yeah, I think I've got a French person on here. Right, Dellas. Right, Del Boy, you got Rodders. Polyvoo Anglais Mange 2. Rodders, you all know what I'm saying, bruv? No, that was Uli Anglais Talash Love Long. No, bruv, that's a bruv, that's a singer. That's Italian. Yeah, it's near there though, isn't it? No, it's like, no. Oh, no. Someone's also like Polish here. I'm just saying, bruv, just saying. But like I can hear accents, like accents. Of like Polyvoo Anglais people, bosh, Polly on sausage. Right? So I don't know if you're like having a sausage party or something, or like Molly, gosh, bellissimo. Is what I'm hearing. Bellissimo, bellissimo. This is Italiano. It's someone that comes and like, I love you, baby. It's a push, you slap in your face. Jeez, bruv. Wouldn't you smash your plate on the floor? I'm going to a show. Bellissimo. Mazel tov. Well, mazel tov is like, what is that? Paul? Toffee. Oh, so toffee. Oh, it's so chewy. Oh, it's so lovely. It's like I love a sausage. I love it like a, it's a, this is a sausage. I don't know, is this person in the same sex relationship? I don't know. But like a bellissimo. Oh, it's lovely. I like a lot of that. I like it. I like a lot. A collage too. I like it. I like it a lot, baby. So, I don't know, does this person speak a lot? I like it a lot, baby. Yes. Manger bon. Folly ho. That, trust me, if you've got captions up, that is not going to That's not going to make any sense to you whatsoever. So I do apologise. I really, because I can't speak a different language. I can't even speak English, bruv. Trust me, I can't. So anyway, that's your intergalactic messages. You've got a lot happening, Gemini. You've got loads going on. Okay, so it's all coming through for you. Thank God, Gemini. We're having a good month, I feel. But anyway, so you feel me? So if you want to watch your tarot reading, like I said, some people like this, some people hate it, some people hate altogether. But don't worry about those, Gemini. If you want to watch your tarot reading, you'll find it pop up on the end screen here, hopefully, if I remember to do it. And you can just basically click on it and it'll take you to the tarot reading, because I'm about to do that now. So we break it down, see what this means to you, because sometimes this means a lot more to people than when I start looking at tarot, because me reading tarot can be completely different than me doing this, okay? So you can look for these messages, see what's in there for you, and then you can hopefully go over to your tarot. That'll also help me out, and then we'll look for any other complications that may be going on, or good stuff that could be going on for your month, okay? But you can find that video that comes out after this one within a few minutes, or you can click on the end screen there and it will just take you directly to it. Really appreciate your time, Gemini. Thank you for listening to my channel messages, and I will hopefully see you over on your tarot reading.